Hello, I am Dr. Alan Letgolts of Letgolts Physical Therapy, and today we're going to look at and address some of the many issues that people experience from working at home more and more, and these days that more people are staying home and not going back to the office. I'm seeing more issues related to working at home in the wrong position in my office. So today we are going to evaluate a patient in her home environment at her different workstations and figure out how we can address some of the issues she's developed. Well, if you can take me through different sitting positions.
Sure. So I'm usually here.
Okay.
And then I will put pillows up on my lap,
Mm-hmm.
and then work like that.
Right.
And then either put some pillows behind me just for support, and
Right.
that's basically. And I'll sit like this in variations for hours.
Okay.
Or I'll put my legs up on the couch, but that's.
Right. So right off the bat, we have three major problems.
Okay.
When you look at proper alignment of the body when you sit, you normally want your hips slightly above your knees. So when you're sitting in that position where your hips are below your knees, that immediately takes your upper body and lower back into slouched position. And you can try to sit straight, but you ultimately will fatigue because you're constantly fighting that force pushing you back. So the first thing I would do, even on the couch, is stick a couple of pillows under your hips.
Okay.
So you're sitting in a higher position.
Okay.
So let's try that. Even if you don't get perfection, you will still feel better sitting higher. Okay. What we're going to do to keep you from then falling backwards. Go ahead. There you go.
Oh, okay. So now it feels like I'm sitting like at a desk or something.
Yeah, basically, a bit more upright. You could sit higher, but this is already better than it was just a minute ago.
I definitely feel the difference too.
Okay. The other thing is, because you've developed quite a bit of stiffness in this part of your spine and you're quite rounded, just forcing you into a straight position is not going to feel comfortable. You don't have the movement to get there.
Yeah.
And that's because of how you've been standing and sitting for a long time. So just to tell you to change your sitting position and adjust your workstation is just going to actually cause more stress on your upper back and neck. We need to make sure the spine moves first. And then if we place you in the correct position, we can then sustain it. Okay? So there'll be a couple of exercises I'll need to show you to mobilize your upper back and make a couple of suggestions to how assist yourself in being there until your spine starts moving better, muscles are retrained, and you can retain that position.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and take a computer, open it, and let's pretend you're working. So at this point, you're basically splitting your work position, between two appropriate landmarks for your work. Your hands should be in a position where if you relax your arms and bring your hands up, you naturally fall on the keyboard. You're almost there, but now if you look at the screen, your screen is significantly below your eye level. So now you have to look down and keep working in that position, which not only makes you more rounded and stiffer, but puts significantly more load on your neck muscles. If you look at some of the research, by the time you get to 30 degrees of forward flexion, you just quadrupled the weight of your head on your neck muscles. So now it's kind of like holding a 5-pound weight out here for hours and hours and hours. So those muscles get very tight and very painful eventually. So getting a screen height becomes essential. And of course, how do we do it in a laptop? That's the biggest problem I run into all the time. And that's where sometimes getting an inexpensive separate keyboard and placing your laptop higher solves the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Or else I need another pillow, right?
But now your hands are too high.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's a problem with laptops to begin with. Okay, so they're convenient, not good for your body.
Got it. Great.
Okay, so
Everything is contributing to my problem.
you got it. So now that we addressed a sitting position here, let's talk about your sitting position at the table. To start with, exact same problem. Your hips are below your knees, and so you're forced to kind of fall back into your backrest and kind of slouch. To start with, how does it feel just with the pillow under your hips?
It feels awkward, to be honest.
Okay, because you're looking down more.
Yeah.
Okay, and that makes sense. I fully realize we're now changing the position between the computer and
This
your
is better though.
arms, but it definitely places your upper body in a better position.
Yeah, no, it's better.
Okay, so that's the first step in improving your posture, although again, it's impossible to achieve perfection in your sort of home environment. So the second part we need to change is make sure you're not falling so far back. So
Well, honestly, I would be like this normally. Like I'm always like that. Like
Right.
I'm always hunched over.
got it. So here we go, and we'll address hunching over in a second. Go ahead and lean back. How's that?
It's good. It feels weird to me.
I know, because you don't have the movement here to actually sit up straight. Trying to get you into the right position, the pillow helps to get you upright, but the problem is you don't have much movement here, and so you can't really respond to me trying to get you to sit straight.
It feels strained right here.
Yes, because when you sit up straight, your shoulder blades need to
Yep,
drop,
that's exactly
and you're
right.
too tight here to be able to do it. And you can't really sit up straight to begin with because of the stiffness here.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. It's not as simple. You're also tight in front muscles, which also makes it difficult to bring the head back. Okay, and even if you do, now your head is looking further down because of your screen. Okay, so it goes back to getting a separate keyboard, and then you can prop your screen as high as you want. And now that problem is solved.
Okay.
So in terms of pure ergonomics, we're this close to being able to achieve proper alignment.